So guys, I just wanted to hop on and just kind of go through what I just went through. I've been struggling with really bad target panic. Not only the target panic, I was having trouble finding a consistent anchor point, grip on my hand. I was shooting. So let's just show you real quick how many different releases I've been going through. I probably have enough to buy 3 bows and releases. And I think there's more. I have another one somewhere. And it's just been a crazy process. I have another one. I don't know where it is. But that's how many releases I've been going through. And I don't know where'd the stand go? The one that I just bought from what's his name? From Bobby. Did I put it somewhere? In my pocket? It might be in the back. So I'm gonna grab that unless it's in here. Look, I found another one. There it is. So I've been shooting this, which I have nothing negative to say about it. It might just not work for me in my situation. This is the UV slider, UV thumb button release. I also have it in black and a little heavier, but I just was messing around with Austin's. Austin just got it. He was shooting it with his bow. I was like, you know what, let me try it. And some of the other guys have been using it as well. And I was like, let me just try this out and go through the process, see if I like it, right? So it's a 2-stage. So a 2-stage is pretty much has a pre-click before it really sets off and fires. And I was like, okay. So I'm going through my shot process, setting in my scope a little bit because it's a little different anchor points, a little shorter. And I really liked how I was going through the process. I felt consistent. Every time I got to the back wall, I was like, all right, I'm in the same spot. Where with the UV one, I didn't. I felt like I was finding a different grip every time. I was wrapping my thumb differently every time. Something was off every time I drew back. So I tried this and I was like, wow, I really like how I'm drawing back. Found the same consistency. And then I was like, let me try my Noctuit as well. Sorry, I went from shooting this to this, and I literally put in the best group that I've had in the last couple of months, simply because the process of this as a training aid, and then I went right into this, and it's the same anchor point, and I put in, Mike goes, stop shooting, you're gonna smash your arrows, just don't shoot another arrow. So that's how tight the group is at 30 yards, and I literally am shooting a golf ball this big. So I'm gonna show you, what up, Bobby?
Hey, girls.
So I'm going to show you pretty much what I was going through and how I look different from release to release. And I'm going to go through those in stages. So I'm going to start with the UV. I'm going to let it rip, transition into the 2-stage, let it rip, then go into this one. So I'm going to be a little funny, but because they're all kind of crank through it and break through at different spots. And I'm going to go through and just show you how my process looks with each one. You can come in the video. I want you in the video. You're gold.
You're gonna get canceled.
You're gonna get canceled.
You get demonetized.
So here's the process with the UV. Which I don't mind. This is the stand 2-stage. Your large clicker. That little pre-click gets me scared time to time. I'm like, I always think of like the moment in Elf when he's doing the Jack in the Box and then the last one doesn't go off. It's like pop and it scares him again. That's literally what I go through with this entire process, but I love it. Now that little pre-click gets me scared time to time. I'm like, I always think of like the moment in Elf when he's doing the Jack in the Box and then the last one doesn't go off. It's like pop and it scares him again. That's literally what I go through with this entire process, but I love it. So it forces you to just slow down. For me at least, Bobby had a bit, I bought it off Bobby. Bobby hates it. But for me, it really makes me slow down and wait for that click, break through it. But I love how I hit that back wall with this release and I find my anchor very quickly. And that just, and I'm finding that consistent rhythm of my shot with this release. Then when I go to this bad boy, I don't know what it is, the combination of both of them, it just feels like butter through my process. Hopefully I don't jinx myself though. That one scared the crap out of me. That's what I'm looking for. And I just went from that to that. So I'm waiting mentally. I just shot that. I'm waiting for that click and I'm slowly breaking through. And then all of a sudden it just goes off. So the whole muscle memory of what I'm gaining out of that one and then transitioning to one that doesn't have a click, I'm waiting for the click mentally. Meanwhile, it's just going off on the click. So that's what I think that's really working for me, is the process of that going into this. And I haven't felt this good and shot this good in a while. Do one more process. The gold one?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like if you shoot a gold one, you better be the best slinger in the West. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be a gunslinger to have
I
gold
do it
ones.
to look good, so I maybe might eventually shoot them.
I love that. I'm sweating because it scared the crap out of me. That's what you want to look for in a release. And I honestly am going to go over exactly why. I think it's a combination. I think it's the process of this one that I just shot and then transitioning into this one where it doesn't have the click and I just shoot through and break through exactly how I want. So let's just go look at the group. I wasn't really focusing on making the best shot and 11 ringing it every time. I was more focusing on proper shooting technique. And I shot the UV button more than I shot the other ones. So, I mean, I think I shot that one less, but I guarantee you the UV slider, the UV button one is the one to the right. I already know. Am I shooting a little low? Yes, but that's exactly where I'm aiming. I was actually aiming at this one and I'm hitting here, which is fine, but I'm more focusing on my technique more than anything. So even this group right here is better than all my groups in the last 3 months, which is ridiculous. And I wasn't even focusing. I was focused on filming, getting proper technique, breaking through my process, holding, not really focusing on making the best shot for 11 ring or 14. I was just focusing on holding there and breaking through. And I put a better group in where my focus is other places than I have in the last 2 to 3 months. And I feel super confident. So I don't know who this is gonna help out there and who may be going through what I'm going through, but the 2-stage XL stand release, what is this one actually called? It's called the Cinex
It's the Onyx clicker.
Onyx clicker.
Onyx clicker.
Onyx clicker. See, I don't even know. I don't even care because that shows you how, like, I just went with what feels right. And then Stan is the brand. And then the Knock To It from John Dudley, the Carter 2 pretty much. So whoever has target panic and wants to eliminate that or get a better process, try this out. I don't know.
Did not work for me.
Did not work for Bobby. It worked for me. It might work for you. It might not. Don't choke me out if you see me, but that's just where I'm at.